welcome to another episode of AI Bot Building Live, where you guys will basically see me create trading strategies live using AI. So I was just getting everything set up here. I don't know where my window went. There it is. Perfect. And let me get everything configured here so that we can get the show on the road. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Perfect. Let me share my screen with you guys. Awesome. So, like I said, welcome to AI Trading Live, where basically what we do is we show you how to trade trading strategies, or how I trade trading strategies using AI live. So, before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself so you guys kind of know where this is all coming from. So, here's a little bit about me. I've been programming computers for over 25 years. I started when I was very young, I think like 11, 12 years old. So I think it's even been more than 25 years now. I have a master's of finance degree. So I did study finance in school. I sold multiple tech companies throughout my life. I've worked on Wall Street for a number of years. I also helped create a crypto company called Voyager that you may have heard of. It was a company that we started in a WeWork, basically went from the four of us to quite a few employees, and we're worth over $1 billion actually at one point in time on the stock market. And then FTX collapsed and basically took us along with it. So from 0 to $1 billion and then right back down again, but still a fun ride. So my job was basically to help put together a tech team and run the tech side of things for the company. And then now I'm the CEO of Lumiwealth and BotSpot, where we teach people how to make trading strategies using AI. And we have a fantastic new product that can help you do that very easily. Awesome. And Gil, you're saying that it's a little weak. What do you mean by a little weak? Do you mean that the sound is a bit low? Is that what you mean by that, Gil? Maybe I can adjust that as well. Okay, so here's our agenda for today. This is basically how these sessions are going to work. We do this every Thursday. And thank you, Michael. This is our agenda that we're going to be doing every Thursday. We do this at 1 p.m. Eastern time every Thursday during market hours, so we can actually see some stuff, trade, and go live. But basically, this is what we're going to do. We're going to see existing bots performance. We actually created one last week. We're going to check in on that first to see how that one's been doing. The market's been down the past week, so I suspect it might not be up anymore, although we had a very impressive beginning to it when we first started trading the one from last week, the one that we made last week. I think we got 20% the first day, which is pretty damn amazing for a one-day return. But the market's been down ever since, so we may have normalized since then. So we'll check up on that. We'll see how that's doing. By the way, with all of this, we're using real money. None of this is fake trading. We're using real money throughout this entire process. So when we're talking about bots are up or down, it is my real money accounts that are up or down. So just so you guys know. All right, so we'll see the existing bot performance. Second of all, we'll plan out some new bots. We'll either come up with changes for the existing one, or we'll plan out some new bots to trade with you guys as well. If you guys have some ideas for bots they want to create, or think of some ways that hopefully could make me some money. And if you guys want, we're basically going to be taking everything that I create, all the bots that we create are going to be live on our marketplace. So you guys will actually be able to run them as well, if that's what you're looking to do. All right. And then once we build or modify the bots, we're going to see the results. We're going to hopefully see them trade, and we'll see what happens. All right. Cool. Quick disclaimer before we get started. Of course, we are trading here. None of this is financial advice. This is me trading my own money. So if you guys want to do it, that's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. So please don't think that any of this is financial advice or anything else like that. Check out the disclaimer. It says it all the legal speak. Please don't sue us for for listening to what I'm doing, because it's me trading my own money. Okay. All right, awesome. If you guys want to try it yourself, check it out at botspot.trade. This is where we're going to be working today. You're going to see basically all the stuff created through botspot.trade. All right. And if you guys aren't doing so already, make sure you follow us on YouTube. We have almost 3,000 subscribers. So if you guys subscribe, maybe you'll push us over the edge and we'll get that nice 3,000 mark. All right. Perfect. Okay, so let's get started. Let's jump into this. We're going to take a look at how our existing strategy is doing. So I'm going to go into BotSpot. I'm going to go into my deployments. And this is the one that we ran last week, the weekly momentum options strategy. So let's take a look at this one here. And let's take a look at the live performance. And we're actually up. Amazing. Awesome. Very cool. So this is what happened with the bot from last week. So to recap, for those of you that don't know what we created, here is the breakdown of what it does. Okay. So this is a weekly options momentum strategy that runs once per trading day and opens new trades on Thursdays. So this trades every Thursdays. Okay. Each week it ranks a given list of tickers by recent performance, then buys at the money or slightly in the money call options for the top candidates. So we gave it a list of tickers. I believe that list is down here. What we did last week is we did a little bit of research and we said, what are the tickers that have done the best over the past year or two? I believe was our query that we asked ChatGPT, and it gave us these symbols: Hood, VST, STX, WDC, Palantir, AppLovin, NRG, and CCJ. Right, and then there's also Carvana and HIMS. Right, so that is our list of tickers that we are following. Right, and then basically what it does is it ranks these symbols by 3-month performance and selects the strongest performers by trading, right? So we'll take a look at that list of symbols and say which one has been doing the best over the past 3 months. And then whichever one is doing the best, it will then buy call options that are at the money or in the money with expirations between a configurable minimum and maximum days. So between a 2 to 4 week expiration date on these options. Okay, position sizing uses a fixed percent, right? And basically a fixed percent, I believe we set it to between 5 to 10% of the account. So we're not YOLOing our account. We are trading about 5 to 10% at a time, but still very, very volatile. We get some pretty crazy moves on it. And then exits the positions if we hit the profit target or stop loss, which I believe we set to our take profit is 100%, our stop loss is 50%. And then we allocate 7% of the portfolio approximately every time we trade. Okay, this was the back test. If you guys remember, really nice back test. We got a 289% per year annual return. I'd say that's a pretty nice result for a back test. Of course, always take back tests with a grain of salt. In this case, we picked the symbols that did the best over the past few years. So of course, we're going to have a good result. That does not mean that it won't do well in the future. It may not. Back tests are fantastic things to help you figure things out, but they're obviously not always perfect, right? So we want to take that with a grain of salt. But 289% a year, I'm on board. That's something that was good enough for me, and we put some money into this. So let's talk about what happened to the actual account, right? We can actually see it in BotSpot. As I mentioned before, I'm going to go into my deployments. We're going to view the strategy. We're going to view the live performance. And this is basically what happened. So we have an account that started off at $5,104. This is real money. Let me actually log into this as well, so you guys can see my real account and what has been happening. So I'm going to find here my list of brokers that we connect to. And this is the one that we connected to. So we're connected to Tradier the broker, and I'm a big fan of Tradier because they work really well with APIs, and they allow me to trade my IRA account. So this is an IRA account that I'm trading, which is fantastic because we don't have to worry about tax implications. Okay, so we see here we have 2 positions in CCJ. We have 3 options at what is the strike price? This is 83 strike price, and then we have one option at 82 strike price. Okay, so this is what we currently own in the account. We could see that we hit $5,500, which is up from what we started last week. So I made what is it, from 5,100 to 5,546. So we're up about $450, guys. That's pretty nice. I'll take it, especially on a down week. The whole market has not exactly been very friendly this past week. Let's take a look at how the whole stock market as a whole did. If you look at SPY, 5 days, yeah, I'll take it. Look, the whole stock market's been down. It's down by 0.5%, and we actually are up by 8%. So I'd say that's a pretty nice outcome. I'll take it. I'm happy with the results personally. Okay, great. So that's what happened last week. This is what we are currently running. So the question is, do we want to keep running this? My gut kind of tells me yes, this seems like a pretty good strategy. My only thoughts is that it has more than the allocation than that we originally said to have. We have $5,000 and we have options of $487 plus 1267. So we have almost $2,000, 1754 to be exact, divided by 5521. It's about 30% of my account right now is options inside of CCJ. So it's maybe a little bit more than I would have expected. So the question is this bot not selling things correctly, or is it just going to sell at the end of the day? That is a good question here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this and make sure that this thing is actually selling when it's supposed to sell, because it makes sense that it went up. If we bought it 7% of the account and it made a bunch of money, which is what seems like happened here. This one's up 50%. That's a pretty nice return. This one option's up 50% since we bought it. These options are up 28% since we bought it. So it makes sense that they take up more of the account. But personally, I wouldn't want this thing to be taking up a huge chunk of my account because that is quite risky. It can work out really well if the market goes up the next week, then we'll make some pretty good money. But if it goes down, then we can get hit pretty hard too. So there's definitely a risk involved. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. It bought CCJ. For those of you who don't know what CCJ is, CCJ. This is Cameco Corp. And it's actually up a lot today. Check that out. So this is probably why we're making money today. This stock is up 2.7% today. It's up 2.8% over the past week since we bought it. So it makes sense that the stock options are up a lot too. Right, so that's fantastic. Cameco Corporation, this is what it is. It's a Canadian mining and energy company. I didn't even know that. Interesting. It's the world's largest publicly traded uranium company based in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. No way. Okay, well, no wonder this thing's doing really well. If it's mining uranium, I mean, we're talking about building tons of nuclear power plants now. So no wonder this thing's up. That makes a lot of sense to me. Good job, AI. You did a good job picking this stock. Okay, so I think my personal decision, I would hold on to this. I like what it's doing. I see no reason to stop it. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to pay attention to is to make sure that it actually does sell the positions when it's supposed to, right? Because it's Thursday. Question is it supposed to sell it at the end of the day? Is it supposed to sell it tomorrow? Like, how is this actually supposed to work? That would be a great question. We're actually going to be adding in a feature very shortly into our website where you can basically ask the AI, what is it doing and why is it doing this? That would actually be a fantastic feature to have right now. But okay, I have a bunch more accounts. I have another trading account that I think I would like to use. So I have, so this is a $5,000 trading account. I have another $5,000 trading account that we could use. I have another $1,000 trading account we could use, and I have another $1,400 trading account we could use, and then another $2,000. Right? So I have another 4 accounts that currently are just sitting around in cash. So I want to put that money to use. What do you guys think I should trade it with? What do you guys recommend? Do you guys have any good strategies in mind? So Michael asks, can you program a bot to short a stock? We absolutely can do that. We could definitely short stocks. I'm personally not too crazy about shorting stocks, just because every time I have shorted stocks, it has not worked out very well. It's actually quite difficult to make money on the way down. I find it to be much easier to make bull trading strategies, bear trading strategies. Not that it's an AI related thing. It's just that it's quite a bit more difficult to make money on the way down, just trading in general. So, yeah, if you have any ideas on shorting stocks and any strategy that you think might work, I'm fully down for that. I would love to find something like that. Another one here. I'd love to join your live stream whenever you're streaming. Add me on Discord. My name is Sammy 2609. I'll do you one better, Sammy. Why don't you join our Discord server? We have a lot of people in our Discord server. So not only can you join our server here, and you could join our YouTube, but you could even see here, we are going live on YouTube now. We actually have a little reminder that goes up. So let me share with you the link to our Discord server. I'll make this one that expires never, so that anyone in the future could use this link as well. Here is the link to our Discord server. Sammy, if you join in here, you can send me a friend request. I'm all over the place. This is our server, so you can just find me here, Robert Grzesik. Feel free to send me a DM, add me as a friend, and we can do that. All right, so if you want to follow me on Discord, you can do it that way. Right, and not only follow me, but also see our what everyone's been doing. Okay, so anyone have some suggestions? What do you guys think I should do with the rest of my money? Like I said, I have another 4 trading accounts that we could use. I have one with $5,000 in it, another with $2,000 in it, and then 2 more that have around $1,500 each. I am looking to do something with this $5,000 account. What do we want to do with it? I can tell you one thing I did yesterday that was actually pretty cool. I spoke to our AI and basically just said this, and actually kind of came up with a pretty good strategy. Make me a trading strategy that trades options and makes a lot of money doing it. It's not, my microphone is not working. I had this issue yesterday. Make me a trading strategy that trades options and makes a lot of money doing it. I was messing around with our AI yesterday and I put that in and actually had a pretty good result. Let's see if it still gets a good result today. I was doing it on our dev server, so I don't have it available here. But the back test, I ran the back test. I was like, what the heck? It did like 200% a year. It was buying puts and calls, which I thought was really interesting. So let's see if the AI, what it comes up with. But what are some other ideas you guys have? I know some of you guys have been messing around with futures. I don't know futures well enough yet, so I'm going to opt out of that for now. But maybe next week we could try out a futures strategy. But in terms of trading, I mean, I've been a big fan of options trading. I don't know about you guys. I really like trading options, just because options, they give you the leverage that you could do to actually make pretty outsized returns. So I'm a big fan of options trading. We could try some sort of crypto trading bots. That could be pretty interesting. We can try stock trading bots. I think stock trading bots are good, but they're just not the type of thing that I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to take my accounts. This is maybe a little bit of gambling mentality, but I want to take my $5,000 account and I'd love to see it tripled by the end of the year, or by this time next year, I should say, because end of the year is actually very soon. But if I could double or triple my account, that's where I would like to be. That's the kind of returns that I'm looking for. This is obviously not my entire life savings I'm doing that with. I think that'd be pretty reckless. But for a $5,000 account, I don't mind doing a little bit of YOLO magic here. So I would not mind doing another options trading bot. I know one, maybe we could do a simple options trading bot and we could kind of mess around with it here. Let me open up another one of our bot spots. I know one that we have created in the past, I thought was actually pretty interesting, is one that just trades SPY or QQQ, right? That just buys options on that and simply trades that, right? I find that pretty good. That's one trading strategy I'd be interested in doing. Another one actually that I have been thinking about lately is trading Alibaba and Baidu. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those companies. They're Chinese equivalents to Amazon and Google. And you might ask, why the heck do I care about those? Well, let's take a look at how they've been performing. And this should answer part of your question. Here's Baidu. Okay. This actually I bought, I think, yesterday. I bought some call options in this yesterday and we'll have my accounts. But check this out. 6 months, rocket ship. It's up 42% in 6 months. If you compare that to a lot of other stocks, even ones that have been doing really well in America, it's pretty hard to beat that, right? So let's take a look at Baidu. We'll add Alibaba to the mix here. You can see they're both up quite a bit. Baidu beating Alibaba by a little bit. And then we can see here, if we compare that, let's say, to the QQQ, right? The NASDAQ's been up, not up that much. If we compare that to something like a Palantir, which has just been crazy killing it, Palantir's been doing better, right? Palantir's up 86%, right? So, actually, we have a Palantir trading bot. We could use that. That's actually kind of interesting. I already own a bunch of Palantir though. So if you guys, by the way, if you guys are interested in Palantir bot, you can go to our marketplace. There's our Palantir bull spread strategy that actually has a really good back tested result. So if you guys want to see that, you can get it there. Maybe that's not a bad idea to run that too. Right? Or you could even take this and we can modify it to work for a different stock symbol. That's not a bad idea. Compare here, Robinhood, right? Robinhood's just been beating look at, holy crap, Robinhood is up 155% in 6 months. That is wild. Hey, what if we take a look at 1 month? If you look at 1 month, then Baidu is up at the top. So okay, this is what I was seeing. Baidu up 47% in a month. Alibaba up 40% in a month. That is wild. It's pretty crazy results. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about here. My thoughts on buying something like Baidu or Alibaba. First of all, they've been performing very well, so clearly something's going on here. Second of all, if you look at the PE ratios and just the valuations of Baidu, I was actually watching this interview with Bill Gurley, who's like a legendary investor. This guy, bought a bunch of different stuff. He was talking about how Baidu, you can basically buy it for free right now. And the reason why, and I'd like to actually confirm this, we can go into Yahoo Finance. If you look at Baidu and the amount of cash they have on hand, it is about the same as the value of the stock itself. So let's say market cap is $46 billion. Let's see if what he was saying is true or if it's still true. Let's see, how much cash do they have on hand? Balance sheet. Cash. Total assets. Let's just go current assets, cash. They have 127, what is that, billion dollars? Numbers in thousands. So there's 127 million, 127 billion dollars cash on hand, and their entire market cap is 46 billion. Actually seems less than the amount of cash they have on hand, which is kind of crazy. Let's do quarterly though, because that's kind of dated numbers. 123 billion in cash, and their market cap is 46 billion. That's pretty crazy. I wonder if I'm interpreting that correctly, because to me, That seems pretty wild. The fact that they have $123 billion in cash sitting on their books, but the company is worth a third of that. To me, that seems pretty interesting, right? Because we have a good valuation here. Their PE ratio is pretty reasonable. It's only 12 PE. You're looking at American companies right now that have PE ratios of like 40, 50. Tesla has 100 or 240 PE ratio. Pretty low PE. And I know they're doing some very interesting stuff in AI. Both these guys and Alibaba have been doing some really cool AI stuff lately. I think that's why their stocks are up so much. So that's kind of what gets me interested in these two companies, right? Michael asks, what bots are available on the starter package for those of us who want to dip our toes in first? Anything in the marketplace. You can see all the stuff in the marketplace. All of this is available to you on the starter package, right? And we're going to be adding to this today as well, right? We're going to be constantly adding new stuff. So anything that you see here in the marketplace, this is available as part of starter package. So if you want to run the one that I'm running, for example, just come here, click start trading, and that's it, right? Or you could run a back test on it, or you can copy it yourself and kind of mess with the AI and modify it to do what you want to do, right? So all of this stuff here, quite a few algorithms now. We have 9 in the marketplace, and this is going to be growing quite quickly because we actually have quite a few. Oh, speaking of which, actually, this would be interesting. We have a bunch of algorithms that we have built over the years. I'm actually thinking maybe we could run one of those. That's not a bad idea. There's one. So this is for those of you that sign up to our pro package, you've seen this before. We have 47 different bots here on GitHub, and these are all available to you if you join our pro plan. We have not moved these over to our marketplace yet, but there's one in here in particular that I've been thinking about lately. It's our options condor martingale. So this is a bot that back in the day we spent a lot of time building. For those of you that have been part of Lumiwealth for a while, you may have remembered we spent months building this thing. This is pre-AI. Pre-AI, we spent months building this thing. And basically, we created something that trades something called iron condors, which iron condors, if you have ever traded them, basically they make money when the stock market's pretty chill, right? The stock market's chill, it makes good money, right? So basically it will buy, I think what it does is it sells options, right? So it sells a call and a put and then buys a call and a put further out. So it's like it's making money on the inside and then protecting yourself from big losses on the outside. So that's when Iron Condor is. So it looks kind of like this, Iron Condor. For those of you that trade options, this will be very familiar. But this is an Iron Condor, right? So if we zoom in here, okay. Basically, you buy buy 2 options or sell 2 options and then buy 2 options, right? So you sell 2 in the middle here and you buy 2 on the outside, which means that if the price of the underlying does not move that much, then you end up making money. So you collect a premium. It's like this thing that just collects money on a regular basis, right? So it's a pretty cool algorithm because it's like little increments. Like you're not making money from these big splashy gains, but you're collecting a little bit of money each time around. And I think this was the one that has been working quite well. I think it was either version 10 or version 30. I think version 10, if we look at it here, this one had a really nice back test, 300% a year. I'd say that's pretty damn nice. And I think version 30 was doing pretty well too. We've been running these on BotSpot for a bit. Let's take a look at this. If we go down, we see our strategies. Condor. So this one, we have the SPY 25. We had a different one though. I was looking at this the other day. I don't know where this one went, but it was up quite a bit. I remember looking at it. I was like, holy crap, this thing actually is making money. I don't remember which one it is now. If we look here, Condor, it doesn't seem to be running right now. And then if I go to, there's my bots. We got rid of this page for others, but we can still access it this way. BOTS. Let's see here. I was looking through this other day and I remember seeing it. I was like, wow, this thing's actually doing pretty well. Carvana, SPY 25, SPY 8. We have a Congress follower bot. This is a pretty interesting one. Following Nancy Pelosi. That's another pretty cool bot that we can make and use. We already have that. We could throw that up on our marketplace. I think that'd be pretty interesting too. Following Nancy Pelosi, you know. Where is this one that I was thinking of? I have a lot of bots I ran here. Let me just search it because it's going to take forever. Search SPY 25. That one's flat. This one's flat. This one's flat. I'm not finding it. Where the heck did it go? I think version 10 was actually doing quite well. So if we look at this one, there it is. Boom. This one started at a $200,000 account. It's up to 310,000. So it's up 50% since August of 24, though. August 24. Maybe that's not so exciting. That's not as exciting. It was flat for the longest period of time because when volatility is too high in the markets, it just stops trading. And of course, we know markets were quite volatile basically since December. And I think it just started trading again. So maybe this is an interesting one. Not a bad candidate. We have Baidu and Alibaba that we could trade. I think is pretty interesting. We have the Nancy Pelosi following bot that I think would be interesting. And let's see what this AI made. It made an options credit trend. Let's see what the heck that AI made. It made something that says price above the 50-day average. Okay, bullish entries, price above the 50-day average or price below. RSI below 50, bearish entries. Let's see if AI just made a good bot on its own. If you guys remember, what I said to it was something like, make me a profitable options bot and just see what it does. Okay. So let's see what the AI created. But I think those are some potentials here. What do you guys think? You know, I'm kind of saying I'm thinking between Pelosi trading bot. I think that'd be kind of cool. We copy Nancy Pelosi. She's been doing quite well. Her portfolio is like freaking rocket ship. We could do that, or we could do a Iron Condor trading bot, right? Which we had some pretty good results when we back tested this back in the day. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Or we could do whatever the heck the AI made here. We'll see if it made anything that makes sense, right? We could trade that and see if we actually got any kind of good results from it. Kind of makes sense. It's doing, bullish entries, bearish entries. Maybe this is a good idea or not. I don't know. What do you guys think? What would you, if it was your money? We're talking about a $5,000 account here. What would you do with a $5,000 account? Or what are you guys trading? Are you guys trading anything interesting these days? Sorry, I'm just getting over the longest lasting cold in all of history. I've been sick for almost 3 weeks now. Okay. I'm thinking the Condor Martingale. I think this is a pretty interesting strategy. I'd be kind of interested just to get this onto BotSpot. So part of me wants to just do that. So why don't we actually start with that? So I'm going to grab that. We added a really cool new feature to BotSpot that you could take an existing algorithm, right? So I'm going to take our existing one here. This is our main.py. I'm going to download this like so, download raw file. And then we can go to BotSpot. And when we create a new strategy, we can just attach this. We go attach. This is actually really cool that we could do this now, just like attach. strategies, boom, we attached it, and it comes up and says, this looks like it could be a trading strategy. Would you like us to convert this into a bot spot AI-powered trading strategy? Yes, convert, right? Something strange happened there. What is going on? Type and request body. That is very odd. I've never seen that before. This might be something that we need to fix. What the heck? So why don't we do this a slightly different way, since it doesn't want to cooperate with us. I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to simply copy over the contents of the file. And then we'll get our devs to take a look into what is going on there. But for now, I think this should work. Boom. Still something wrong. What the heck is going on here? That is very unusual. We might have a bug on our system, which is strange because this worked literally a second ago. Missing type and request body. This is very strange. Very, very strange indeed. Okay. Well, we'll leave this alone for now then. We'll see what this AI produced for us. It's back testing. It's not really trading at all so far. So maybe this might be a dud. We might have to tell the AI to make some fixes here. All right, we have our Condor Martingale trading strategy. It's a little annoying that I can't actually use the AI right now. Wish I could show you guys this. This is actually a very cool feature, being able to convert an existing strategy. It might also be just because it's too long, right? So let's go into our marketplace. Another thing that we could do is we could trade this Palantir bot, right? Maybe what we could do, here's an idea. We could take this strategy. Yeah, this Apple deep dip calls. We have MicroStrategy, option scaling. What else do we got in here? We have the TQQQ simple moving average. This is actually a bot that I really like. And funny enough, I'm actually not running this with real money, right? So I was actually thinking maybe I could just run this strategy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one, but this is actually one of my favorites that we're still not even running yet, which is kind of crazy, or at least I'm not running it with real money, right? And I've talked about this forever, and we don't actually have this running. So let me show you guys why I like this one. Right, it's a very simple strategy. It does like 36% a year. It's not like crazy mind-blowing returns, but we have a very long track record on it. So we back tested it for 13 years, and we got some pretty damn good results for 13 years. Look at this. 36% a year, total return is 5,000%. Right? We could see here, the S&P over the same time period did 455%. This strategy did 5,330% over that same time period. So it's actually pretty damn good. It's not like mind-blowing, holy crap, this thing makes, 300% a year, but I would actually take this. I would actually be pretty happy to trade this one. Basically what it does is it trades TQQQ. If you guys have never seen it before, what TQQQ is, this is TQQQ. Right? And if you go over the long term, look at the returns on this. It's wild, right? TQQQ, since its inception in 2010, is up 23,000%. Holy crap. Okay. This is one hell of an asset, right? But the problem with TQQQ is that it's very volatile. It's triple leveraged NASDAQ. So it's QQQ times 3, right? So you see that it has a really crazy return in the long run, but it does have a lot of like crazy volatility too. So you see in 2021, November, it was up to $88, and then it collapsed down to $20 by about the same time the year after. So it lost 75% of its value over the course of a year. That was during the bear market of 22, right? So it's for me, I personally want to just own it outright. So what we did was we made a bot that basically trades it, swing trades it specifically, right? So if you look at this tear sheet here, basically what it does is if it's above the moving average, the 200-day moving average, if it's above that, then it holds it. But if it's below that, it drops it. So you can see here, 2022, TQQQ had this big drop, whereas this trading strategy did not. It fell a bit and then flat, and then went back up again as soon as the market started to rise again. So you can see here that not only does it beat the S&P by a really big margin, but even when you match the volatility, right? Because this is a triple leverage, so it is riskier. You can see that still beats the S&P even when you compare it to the risk that you're taking as well, right? So this is a pretty interesting strategy. So I would be inclined to actually try this one, right? Especially because this AI, for some reason, will not let me create the Iron Condor bot, which we're going to have to talk to our dev team after that. And this one that the AI created for us is not really trading right now. So we'll let this thing run its course, and then we can kind of tell the AI, hey, this thing's not working. We added a bunch of buttons for that, and we could actually fix that. But I'm inclined to actually run this TQQQ bot. I feel like we've talked about this for like the longest time, and we're not actually running it. So I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to run. Let's see what you guys said here. Will said futures. I honestly don't know enough about futures. I actually don't even have a futures account set up, so I wouldn't be able to trade futures. I think that'd be pretty interesting to do, maybe in a session in the future. Maybe we could run a futures bot. This is Will's. Oh, look at that! I can actually show your comment there, Will. This is what you asked. Futures. Do we want to show futures? Maybe in the future, right? Also question here from Michael. Can you do a day trading bot for a stock today to see what it can do while you're live? Yes, we can definitely do that, except the AI is having a malfunction right now. So I would not, maybe we could try it out. Let's see if we could do this. Because the AI we seem to have a bug on our website right now, which is very annoying when you're doing a live stream. But let's see. We can say make a day trading bot that trades TQQQ, right? I think that'd be an interesting day trading bot. Let's go. There we go. It actually works. Okay, so seems like there's some sort of issue just with that other thing, but here we go. So we're making a day trading bot. Let's see what we could do. Michael, let me know if there's a specific type of day trading bot that you'd want to do, right? Is there anything specific that you'd want to do with the day trading bot? Like what kind of day trading bot would you like to do? Okay. So this is day trading the TQQQ. Let's see what the AI comes up with. I didn't specify how we're day trading it, so it's just going to come up with its own thing, right? But I'm kind of leaning towards this. I'm kind of leaning towards this is a bot that we created back in the day. I really like the results. It's very simple. It doesn't make a crazy amount of money, but 36% a year. I mean, that adds up, you know. If you do compound interest, it's up since 2012, so 13 years. It would have been up 5,000%, guys, or 5,300%. So 53 times your money, right? So meaning, if I put in, I'm wondering what account I would do with this. Because I kind of want to save my $5,000 account for options trading, because options trading usually requires bigger accounts. So I guess we could do with a $2,000 account. It's not that exciting for a $2,000 account. I feel like I got to move some money around. But we could put into like a $2,000 account. If I put in $2,000 into this, theoretically, right, if this continues on the way that it did, then theoretically $2,000 times 53, right? It'd be $100,000, right? I don't know if you guys could see that. 100 grand. That's stupid. There it is. $106,000. Theoretically, I could turn $2,000 account into $106,000 after 13 years. That's actually pretty damn good. I mean, I would take that. You know, that's a pretty damn nice return for not really doing much. So I'm kind of inclined to run this. So we could do that unless someone else has some other ideas. We have the AI. Okay, we have TQQQ day trader. Let's see what the AI did. Okay, this is a day trading strategy focused exclusively on TQQQ. It looks for a short-term strength by aligning trend, momentum, and intraday positioning before entering. Exits are automated using bracket orders, so profit and losses are managed without constant supervision. The strategy works by monitoring these key conditions. Price must be above intraday VWAP to confirm strength during the session. The 9-period EMA must be above the 21-period EMA to confirm uptrend, and RSI must be at or below 50. If it buys when all conditions flip from false to true and there is no open position, the manages exits via take profit and stop loss bracket. All positions are closed before the market closes. This is what it looks like. So we created this, right? So run every minute, sell all TQQ before market close. Let's see, it started from the bottom. This is kind of a weird looking chart here. Where does it start? Start, initialize, sell all TQQ before market close, end. Oh, it goes this way. It goes like this. We got to fix our AI to make these look a little bit more legible. It goes here, daily loss. If it's greater than 3%, then sell TQQ, halt trading for today. If daily loss is not greater than 3%, is trading halted for a day? If no, get TQQQ data, calculate signals. Is valid data with no position a new bullish signal? Yes. Calculate TQQ quantity, 98% of the cash. If the quantity is greater than 0, place TQQ bet, buy bracket order, and then go back around and do this every minute. Okay. So let's see. Let's back test this. Let's see if maybe this is actually a good strategy. I honestly, lately, what I've been doing is kind of just telling the AI, just, hey, make me something that makes money, and it kind of works. It doesn't work always, right? Like there's times where, this one, for example, just isn't trading, right? But a lot of times I'll tell it just make me money, and it kind of just works. I think that's really cool. I'm a big fan of this new GPT-5 that we're using on our website. It's impressive what it can do. Oh, look at that. We're off to a great start. It made quite a bit of money quite quickly. Okay, and lost quite a bit of money quite quickly too. All right. I wonder if this is like buying on margin or something, because it's making a lot of money very fast. So I'm a little skeptical. We'll see what actually happens here. Turned 100K into 700K. I feel like there's something wrong here. This is just a little too good to be true. Well, we could analyze what's going on. That's a pretty crazy result for it to be trading that much. So there's our day trader for TQQQ. Yeah, this is taken off a bit too much. I'm going to take a look into this and see what is happening. We could actually talk to the AI and say this is a little unrealistic. I have a feeling this is probably trading on margin, doing some crazy stuff that probably brokers just would not allow. By the way, there's a day trading strategy. We can wait until this finishes. We'll see what happens there. It's 12 million bucks already. I would love for that to be true, but I don't think that's true. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think trading this TQQQ bot, I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Tried and true. We've had this around for a while. I'd be very confident putting my money into this one right now. We've been doing this for literally over a year. We've been talking about this one. I can put this into a $2,000 account. No problems with that. One of the smaller accounts, because like I said, I want to save the bigger accounts for an option strategy. There you go. Alicia Osinska 7. This is my wife's account, technically. I trade all of her stuff. So this is a $2,000 account. Why don't we set this up? I feel like this makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we're going to go here. Here's our bot. We're going to go to marketplace, TQQQ, start trading. Boom. There's our bot. I'm going to set this to real money. We're going to go Tradier is the broker I'm going to use. This is how you deploy bots, by the way, guys. If you have never used BotSpot, very easy to deploy a bot. I pick the broker. I pick Tradier. I'm going to flip this over to live trading, boom. And then now I'm going to copy over two pieces of information. One piece of information is it says right here, actually, it says your access token and your account number. So I'm going to get the account number. So I go into here, account settings. There's my account number. Boom. Okay, put that in there. And then for the API, this is your access token. What I'm going to do is I'm going to regenerate this. And then I'm going to move this off the screen for a quick second because this is sensitive information. I do not want to share this with everyone. So I'm going to copy my access token, copy, hide it again, and then put it in here. Boom. Okay, there we go. All right. So I've now copied over my access token and my account number. I've flipped it over to live. I'm going to agree to the terms of use. And this thing here, data source, I'm going to delete this because that tends to screw things up. And then I'm going to hit deploy. There we go. And let's see this thing actually place a trade. Okay, so we got our TQQQ SMA 200 bot running. We're going to view live performance. Okay, it's still loading up. It takes a few seconds. It says getting account information, right? So we'll give it a few seconds to start up. I'll usually just refresh and just wait until that works. Give it a few. Yeah, look at this. It's up. This day trading bot is doing something that defies reality. We have to figure out what's going on there. Okay. All right. Get a few more minutes. Let's see. This bot is running. Everything is looking good. It just takes a little bit of time for this thing to start up. I'm going to check the logs here just to see. Yep, before starting trading. I think because this trades once a minute or something, it just takes a second to start up. There we go. Okay, it loaded up my account. There's my account value, $2,000. Okay, and we're going to wait for this thing to actually place a trade. Let's go back over to my broker. We'll wait for this thing to place a trade. And the thing is actually this one, and this is not paper trading. I don't know why it's saying paper trading. This is real money. Okay. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to see, is this thing placing a trade today? New filled order. Perfect. That actually looks all good to go. Bam. We have our account. And let's check. There we go. In the broker, we have our purchase. So we are now proud owners of TQQQ, or I should say, I am a proud owner of TQQQ, about $1,900 worth. Okay, so we got that trading strategy going, and we could watch this thing live. We'll see how it works out. Awesome. Fantastic. So we have a trading bot live. Perfect. Awesome, guys. So that is our bot for today. Anything that you guys have questions about, or what do you guys think about the bot that we're running? Do you guys have any suggestions for what to run next week? Coming up with ideas, coming up with trading ideas. That's a big one. We have one here that we let the AI create. It didn't really do anything that interesting. Right? At least not yet. We're probably gonna have to wait for it to finish, and then we're gonna have to tell it, hey, you're not trading. Right? So I'm actually gonna stop this. I'm gonna change this to be a lot shorter time period so I could just tell the AI this thing just isn't trading. Right? We're gonna go September 14th to 20th. We'll run this and we'll wait for it to finish. We'll go, AI, fix this. It's not trading. So we'll see if we can get an AI bot that works well. I wish I could bring over that bot that I made last night. I made a bot last night that I was like, holy crap, this thing's actually doing pretty good. But actually, let me bring that up. Let's bring this up. So we'll go. This is a little bit of technical stuff for those of you that kind of want to see behind the curtain how things work. This is me actually I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run this on my computer. This is a beta version of our website. Right, I'm gonna run that on our computer, on my computer, and we'll see what I ran last night because I thought that was a very interesting one. We'll go npm run dev or npm start for this one, and we'll go this one here. We'll go npm run dev. This is definitely not something that you guys need to do, but this is me running this on my computer, npm run dev. Boom. Okay, just because I want to bring up this one that I created last night. I was testing our website. I was releasing a new version, and I was like, holy crap, this thing actually works pretty well. So let me show you guys what happened. This was option momentum Thursday. No, that wasn't it. It was no trade watcher. What was this? It was a single stock based on a crossover. No, that's not it. It might have been this one. Simple daily moving average. You know what? Maybe I ran this on our main website. Let me see. Maybe we ran this on the main website. I just didn't realize it. Options trend buyer. Yeah, it was at midnight that I made this one. And then the back test. Yeah, look at this. I got this crazy back test. I was basically just talking to the AI, and I was like, hey, make me a bot that makes money. I could tell you exactly what my prompt was. And it came with this bot. It's like 100% a year return. I'm like, what the hell? This is like amazing. So let's take a look at what happened there, what this thing did. Because this is actually pretty interesting. Maybe we could actually look into this bot. This is like totally by accident. I was just like telling the AI, like, make me a bot that makes money, and just like made money. So it's a directional option strategy that aims to capture medium-term trends by buying calls in uptrends and buying puts in downtrends. It focuses on liquid underlyings and selects near the money contracts with expirations around 1 month, looking for clear momentum to support entries. Okay, the strategy works by monitoring these key conditions, right? And then let's see, what symbols does it trade? It trades SPY, right? And it's got a fast SMA of 20, a slow SMA of 50, RSI window of 14, RSI bull, bear. So it's got a bunch of stuff here. It looks for VIX as well. I mean, this is a pretty interesting strategy for AI, just like making it out of nowhere. And I didn't even know what the heck this was doing. Like, this is pretty damn cool. You know, I'm a fan of this. So why don't we actually look into what the heck this thing does? Because I'm just curious. Let's see what the heck it did. So here's the strategy, the back test, and it did a bunch of. These are all the VIX. Let's see. When did it buy and when did it sell? That's the question. Buy SPY, exit SPY. So it didn't trade that much. That's actually a lot less interesting. If it only traded once and just made a bunch of money, that's a lot less interesting. Let's see, cash, VIX, right? And then SMA 20, SPY. I'm not seeing there's the buy and sell. Yeah, so only bought and sold once. That's actually a lot less interesting. I thought this was like a lot cooler than that. You know, it bought once, sold once, it made a bunch of money on that one buy, which is amazing. But I wouldn't call this a strategy that's like super exciting if that's all it's doing. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. We got our strategy running. Let's see, 24-hour trend. Just started trading. We bought our TQQQ. So far, we have lost slightly a little bit of money, but that's okay. The whole market's down today. Awesome. So we have our new trading strategy. I'm running this TQQQ bot. If you guys want to follow along with it, it is in our marketplace. So if you guys want to run the same bot that I'm running right now, that I just ran on this $2,000 account, you can go to View Marketplace and you can click on this one right here, click Start Trading or Run Back Test or copy it and modify it yourself. You could do all of that right here. Okay. And then also this weekly momentum options bot is here as well. This is the other one that I'm running too. So these are two that I'm currently using real money with. I've also been using real money with the stock diversified leverage. I've had money in that for years now. And this one's been doing quite well. So these are the three that I'm trading. If you guys want to copy me or whatever, right, then you can run these from the marketplace here. These are the three: TQQQ SMA, weekly options momentum, weekly momentum options, and stock diversified leverage. Those three I'm currently running with real money, and they're doing quite well so far. I can actually show you our diversified leverage bot. This is how it's been doing for me. It's not like super exciting, but it does quite well. Let me show you how this does. If you guys sign up to BotSpot, this is kind of the one that we recommend you start off with because it's like a good starter strategy. It's not like some crazy options thing, but check this out. I mean, this is the one that I've been running. This has been real money. I've been trading this for years now. You know, I'm up 92%. You can see it comparing to the S&P 500. It's smoking the S&P 500. Exactly what the back test says it does. So quite good, right? So let's see now. We'll have the TQQQ bot that I'm running as well now. We'll see how that does. We'll run that for, a couple of months or years. And then I have the other options trading bot, and we'll see how that one does as well. All right. Awesome, guys. Yeah. Will says, I like the letting it rip and finding out what it did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Run it first and find out later what it did. Awesome, guys. Well, that I think is a conclusion here. That's a wrap. We're a little bit even over time. I'm excited about this. I want to see what happens. TQQ trading bot. Let's see if it makes some money, right? This is our diversified leverage. This is our TQQQ bot. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there we go. We could actually fix this one. Boom. AI, do your magic. Fix it. Okay. And then this one's at some crazy number. That is not right. Where the heck is there's our Condor Spy 10. I actually would love to make that. We'll figure out why our AI wasn't letting me do that. And we'll fix that one. And then just to do a little recap, this is the strategy that we ran today. This is our TQQQ SMA 200 bot. It is in the marketplace. If you guys want to follow along in the marketplace, why do I keep, there we go. Okay, it's in the marketplace, TQQQ SMA 200. This is the back testing results. It's 36% annual return. And then here's our tear sheet of what it looked like over a 13-year period. This is why I like it. It's been performing quite well over a very long time period. So it gives me a lot of confidence to run this. So let's see what happens. Awesome, guys. It's been a pleasure. Hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you here, same bat channel, same bat time. For those of you that are a little older and get that reference, I'll see you guys at the same time next week, Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern. We're going to put out a little thing for you guys to even do a reminder in about an hour or so. And we're going to be, if you're following us on YouTube, you actually get all the little clips of what we did today. We've been doing this really cool thing. We pass it to Opus Clip, and it turns this video into 42 clips across social media. So you'll see these across all of our social media platforms over the next week as well. Awesome, guys. Hope you have a great day. Very nice seeing you, and I'll see you next week. And if you have some ideas, bring your ideas for next week so we can actually try something brand new. And Will, to the Bat Cave. Awesome. See you guys.